First on today's list of top 10 most interesting world facts you'll ever hear, we have just over 96% of the total amount of the world's water is held in its oceans, according to Water in Crisis, a guide to the world's freshwater resources via the United States Geological Survey, USGS. However, that's primarily salt water. To find the bulk of the world's freshwater, you need to trek to the poles, as 68.7% of it is encased in ice caps, permanent snow, and glaciers. Next, we have some of the highest winds in history. Hang on to your hats because this isn't your average windstorm. In 1996, a tropical cyclone named Olivia hit off the coast of Barrow Island, Australia, with such a force that it broke an incredible record. According to the Weather Channel, Olivia's eyewall produced 5 extreme 3-second wind gusts, the peak of which was a 253 miles per hour gust, which blew past the previous wind record of 231 miles per hour set in Mount Washington, New Hampshire back in 1934. Next up on the list, coming in at number 3, we have one of the biggest droughts in history. Europe has been experiencing serious dry spells and extreme heat since 2015, which has caused major droughts. Research done led by the University of Cambridge and published on the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration website looked at isotopes in the rings of old European oak trees in Central Europe, which formed over thousands of years to try to pin down the cause. They discovered that the dry spells are a result of human-caused climate change and associated shifts in the jet stream, according to Alert. Coming in at number 4, we got a place with the most beautiful rainbows in the world. If you're an avid rainbow gazer and want to get your fill of the beautiful phenomenon, look no further than the state of Hawaii. A study published by the American Meteorological Society in 2021 noted that the area's mountains produce sharp gradients in clouds and rainfall, which are key to abundant rainbow sightings. Air pollution, pollen, and a large amount of cresting waves also help to put Hawaii at the top of the list when it comes to rainbow quantity and quality. Alright, next on the list there are fossilized plants in Greenland under 1.4 kilometers of ice. Around 80% of Greenland is covered by the Greenland ice sheet, which Britannica explains is the largest and possibly the only relic of the Pleistocene glaciations in the northern hemisphere. But has it always been so icy? Well, at the bottom of a 1.4 kilometers core sample, which was taken in 1966 at Camp Century during the Cold War, researchers found well-preserved fossil plants and biomolecules, which means that the massive sheet melted and reformed at least once in the last million years. Alrighty, next up we got whale songs that can be used to map out the ocean floor. Fin whales are basically the Barry White of the ocean. The deep, bellowing songs that males use to attract mates are considered to be the loudest of all marine life and can be heard up to 1,000 kilometers 600 miles away, according to Scientific American. They can also be used to sonically map out the ocean floor thanks to the fact that the sound can reach depths of 2.5 kilometers 1.6 miles under the water, which bounces back and provides researchers with accurate measurements. Beyond that, a 2021 study in Science showed how using a fin whale's song can be far more useful and have less of a negative impact on sea life than using a large air gun, which is the typical tool researchers rely on. And last but certainly not least, we have number 10. One of the oldest profession in the world, dentistry, goes all way back to when humans first had teeth. Well, not quite that long. However, one study found evidence of teeth being drilled in skulls that dates from 7,500 to 9,000 years ago. The holes were likely made using a prehistoric bow drill. Could that be the work of the first dentist? Other biting research conducted by the University of Bologna, Italy, on a 14,000-year-old skull found that one rotten tooth in the jaw had been deliberately scoured and scraped with a tool, according to the BBC. That makes dentistry one of the oldest recorded professions and is definitely a reason to smile. Thanks for watching today's video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.